Hello everyone and welcome to another reading. So we're going to channel the energy of the moon and draw some moon oracles to see what today's message is all about and set the tone to see what it is that you need to know today. Why were you brought into this reading? So let's see. So you have this full moon in Leo card that says, don't let pride get in your way. You also have this balsamic moon, a time for healing. And you have the new moon in Pisces, meditate and contemplate. Okay. So this is for people who are going through a quiet time in their lives right now. You may feel that nothing is moving at this point, and you may even experience it as stagnation. Of course, this is a timeless reading, but I am filming during a Mercury retrograde, and this energy might be brushing onto you right now. I think this is a very deliberate pause for you. So there is a lot that is coming through right now. Some of you may be wondering, why am I going through this healing process again? I sense that you have gone through a very intense transformation recently, and you thought that you had healed. And you were right, but I think your higher self wants you to know that healing is not a straight line, and it doesn't always have a distinct beginning and end. So when you are being called to heal, to take a pause, to meditate and contemplate, it's because there's something that needs to be solidified inside of you. The way I understand it is, we go through a period of reflection and contemplation, and this is mostly an internal process, for the biggest part. And it's like we achieved level 1, and now there's level 2 to tackle. But you may find this exhausting and hard to do. Do not take it personally. This is just how life works, how the human experience works. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. And I really feel that when it's felt most intensely, it's because the universe wants you to level up, because it has big plans for you. And I'm not really sure about what other message is coming out of this card with the pride to get in your way. So we're going to look into our tarot cards to see how this story unfolds. So we want to see what else is coming, because I really get this strong feeling that it's like you're being prepared for something that is coming right now. And this stagnation that you may be experiencing, I really feel that it's brought upon you by your higher self, because there is something that you need to understand better about yourself before you take on your next adventure, before the next chapter of your life unfolds. You have the Judgment. The Judgment card is not technically a card of healing, but it is a card of connecting to your higher self, finding your true purpose and meaning in life, having a spiritual awakening. And the way I see it, when you find your true self, when you realize who you truly are, there is no better remedy for your soul. There is no deeper healing than this. And also with the Nine of Swords and the pride in your way. Okay, I think I see what is happening here. I think you are harboring a deep fear of judgment. I think you're still carrying, I hear embarrassment and toxic criticism resurfacing from the past. It's like you're playing it in your head like a broken record again and again. Maybe someone criticized you when you were a child for being too much, too loud, for drawing too much attention to yourself. And it wounded your ego, your pride. Or it could have been also the opposite. You've been criticized for being too quiet and not engaging with others so much. Either way, I think you didn't feel safe to exist in your true nature. And because you're a very sensitive soul, you absorbed this, thinking that something was wrong with you. And now, as an adult, you are creating this emotionally safe environment for yourself to finally exist in the way that you were always meant to exist. And that's why these past thoughts and anxiety is resurfacing. It's like the ego's last defensive mechanism. And you also have the Knight of Cups and the Hanged Man. This can definitely mean love for some of you, healing your self-worth when it comes to romantic connections. But in general, I feel that a very specific opportunity is approaching you. Whether it is a person with romantic feelings or a career opportunity, I think it will come in with very creative, artistic, and passionate energy. Like it will make your heart beat with enthusiasm and excitement. And this is the time when you'll be called to change your point of view, change the narrative. Because I think you tend to push away things that seem too good before you even try in order to protect yourself. Protect yourself from embarrassment. For some reason, this word keeps coming up. I think it's important for some of you. This situation, whatever it is, will require to bring more of your true self into it. You are being called to change this relationship. What does embarrassment mean to you? What is your biggest fear about existing in your authenticity? What does it mean if people talk about you and criticize you? These are some things you may feel the urge to contemplate upon. And actually sitting down and meditating could be a highly beneficial practice to incorporate in your daily routine. Let's see what other messages. Let's draw some more cards and see what more you need to learn at this time. It feels like this thing that is going to happen, like the universe really wants you to know this lesson about yourself. So you have the card of sweetness, set clear boundaries. You also have love, true feelings. Epiphany. Cycles repeat until the lesson is learned. Yes. Intuition. Listen to your inner voice. Change. Fear is not a good advisor. And you also have leisure. Remain light-hearted. So first of all, this feels like a direct answer for the questions that were emerging in the beginning regarding the healing process. When you keep going through similar situations again and again, some people may even call it bad luck, but it's not a punishment. It's another chance to learn the lesson and upgrade. So these are all prompts to get you out of your Nine of Swords situation. You're getting a new opportunity to prove to yourself that this time you are not going to let the ego win. You are not going to let the inner critic win. And you are going to distinguish between the fear and the intuition. You will understand the voice that comes from the heart, from your higher self, as opposed to the one that comes from past trauma or other people's opinions. And these are the boundaries also that you're going to draw. And I hear even inside of you, the boundaries with yourself, the boundaries with the power of your mind. So you understand why these thoughts, these fears are there, but they no longer have any gravity over your life, over your decisions. The message here is don't rush. Give yourself some time to ground everything inside of you with understanding and self-care, and use every opportunity you get to shift the internal dialogue. Change the way that you speak to yourself. I think this is the most important work that you have to do right now. Everything comes after that, because in a Nine of Swords state, mental state, you may miss out on things that are meant for you by being unable to recognize them. So the time you get to heal and meditate and contemplate and find yourself is not a waste. It is never a waste. It is the most important thing, because everything that you're building in your life uses your identity as a foundation, and the universe wants you to make it a sturdy one. So this is your message for today. I hope it resonates. Thank you so much for being here in this space with me. Until the next time, everyone take care. Bye.